All right. Going on at a good pace here. We're on to number 5 for today. I have yet another one from my garden. It's probably the last one from my garden. My plants don't really have any pods left on them. I have some green super chilies that may or may not ripen. I have a couple padrones, that really tiny ones, that are starting to turn red, but they've been at the same stage for a few days. So not necessarily expecting those to fully ripen. But if we get some more really sunny, warm days here in mid-October, it's happened before, but then they'll fully ripen, but they might not. In any case, my gardening season is over for the year. Here's one of the best looking ones, and it'll be the first ripe one I've had. It's a Ristra. They're some sort of hybrid with cayennes. Similar shape to cayenne. They're not as bunchy looking. They're more like what people would consider a red chili shape. Looks similar to the logo of the restaurant chain Chili's. So yeah, it's a long one. This is probably about 6 or 7 inches long if I were to straighten it out. So yeah, red Ristra. I'm definitely going to cut this bad boy open and get some seeds from it, because if I have 3 plants that are still flowering a little bit, and I have another one that has a pod on it, but it's not fully ripened yet. It's a little bit smaller than this one. So I'm going to pop the crown off, and well, not really any smell coming out of that one. So yeah, flip this on down and we'll cut it open and see what we got with the seeds. Got my trusty bowl here. See if there's seeds down this far. Yes, there are. Actually, perfect junction. There's the first one. I'll cut it off section at a time just so I don't end up having an unwieldy, fully sliced open pepper. So now there's 2 sections off to the side here just to keep track so nobody wonders where the whole pepper went. Okay. So, slice this open. See what we got. Oh, wow, nice amount of seeds even on that. Far down the pepper. I had a green one of these months ago, but it wasn't really hot. I don't even think it was hot at all, actually. I'm saving every seed that I can from these. Definitely want this. Piece of placental tissue, a bunch of seeds on it. I'm going to put the placenta back in to the section of pepper that I removed it from. Okay. Now let's slip the rest of this open and remove the seeds. Okay, let's see. Open chili. Good amount of placental tissue in the top part here. I'll show you, see? Not as many seeds up here as in the Portugal, but still a fair amount of seeds. So this way you get a little anatomy lesson of the inner workings of this particular variety. Very cool looking inside. Smells similar to the Portugal. We'll see if the flavor is any similar. I would imagine so. This is an annuum to the best of my knowledge. I don't know what other kind of genes it in it, like as far as the hybridization is concerned, but okay, it looks like I got all of them. A fair amount of seeds. So, okay. Section 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, red Ristra. This one's actually got a little bit of bitterness in it. More like a red bell pepper than the Portugal was. Faintly sweet and tart. Tastes it kind of apple-ish as well, but not the same kind of apple. There's a little heat kicking in. Just tiny ember smoldering in the throat. This one's fairly easy to chew, not quite as moist. Not as high a water content, a little bit chewier than the Portugal, but the skin is still fairly thin. Excuse me. Caught me off guard. Whoa. So, sting right in the throat. Yeah, not quite as juicy per se, or high of a water content. Much more akin to a bell pepper flavor, but of course with heat. Might start to heat up a little more and change flavor as we get up towards the hotter parts. Tingle coming up into my nose. I might sneeze here. Yeah, the skin's a little bit tougher to chew than the Portugal was, but it's not really tough. Just a little bit. A little bit. Rhubarb-like towards the top here. Sweet and tart. Bitterness has subsided as I moved up the pepper. Yeah, not all that much heat in this one either. It's there. A little bit warmth in the throat. Faint, a little bit warmth here and there on different parts of my lips. But it's pretty mild. Lingering bell pepper-ish flavor. Yeah, these ones very much similar to an actual red bell pepper. Flavor-wise than the Portugals were. I kind of like the Portugals a little bit more. They didn't have the bitterness. They were nice and sweet. Got that apple, strawberry-ish type flavor. Little bit tart. Higher water content than these. So it was easier to chew them. The skin wasn't as thick. These Ristras, still a fairly thin skin. It wasn't like I really had to chomp on it to bust through it. You wouldn't need to cook these down much to get them to soften up. This would be a really good one to toss into stir fry to add some good pepper flavor with a tiny bit of heat. If you like it a little bit hotter, of course, you could use another pepper, but these are really good. I liked them. I'm definitely looking forward to getting a better harvest out of these next year if the plants overwinter successfully. Otherwise, I got some seeds and I can grow them again. So, there we go. Thanks for watching the red Ristra out of my garden. Pretty good amount of seeds, but good flavor. Not my favorite, but it was still a lot better than most other peppers I've had before that were very bitter or tough. So yeah. Ristra, pretty good stuff. Very similar to a bell pepper. So, if you like red bell peppers and you don't mind a little spice, I'd recommend checking these out too. So, thanks for watching. See you later.